Hi, it's Johanna again at the Sanctuary and Freedom School in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. It's January and the winter light shining on me feels really nice. I'm just getting used to making videos and putting myself out there. Following my calling to share the medicine that I've uncovered and found in my life. So many processes that we're in. We learn and grow every day. I think I want to sing a song. And the song comes from a song friend Ben Colville out of Eugene, Oregon. Thanks for the song, Ben. Mother Nature, I love you so. Every day I live and grow. Mother Nature, I love you so. Every day I live and grow. As above, so below. As above, so below. Wonderful Father, Son, in the day, dusk, night, and dawn. Wonderful Father, Son, in the day, dusk, night, and dawn. Everyone under the sun, we are one. Everyone under the sun, we are one. Oh, my family. I have so many things I want to share. I really love language and words and the magic of how a story is told, what the context is. And this is a big part of our work in the WildFarmacy project as we've shifted through our work in freeing the medicine, learning all that we can to share the plants, help people relate. One of my job titles is plant ambassador. People relate with the earth, the plants, as medicine, as companions, as life, and much more. So as we've began our work together in that place of herbalism and localizing and this great transition that our society's in, our culture, our consciousness, we started to see that everything was related and that we couldn't separate out one issue and truly effectively address it all by itself. So that changed our work dramatically, as you can imagine. And over the course of time, we began talking about sanctuary because there were a few really pertinent lessons from the first few years of the WildFarmacy project, and we'll talk about them more. But one of them was about human scale and about including ourselves as beings in the wheel of life. that we aren't here to give and sacrifice endlessly, and that we also can give gifts to this self, this one here, can receive gifts of life and be tended to in the circle. So we're included in the giveaway. And so as we realize more and more that we're valid, legit, meant to be here, and embarked on these journeys of self-healing and self-realization, personally and together, much rich work has happened around this that we'll share with you. But as we walk that path, we discovered within ourselves a desire for sanctuary, a desire for a safe place to be who we really are, without fending off, offending, defending. And also, sanctuary is more than that to us. It's also a place to build from in a world that appears to be full of distractions, cruelty, and sabotage, and destruction of life. We recognize that in order to build something beautiful, to live the way we choose to live, the way we feel we wish to and ought to live, and also what we wish to create and share with the world, was worthy of protection, worthy of sacred space. So there might be many reasons to create sanctuary, and of course we're part of a much wider movement. There are many, many of us, and tomorrow there will be more people creating sanctuary, creating platforms and building networks so that this many of us who are in recognition of many common things in this awakening, in this change time, in this transition, and hopefully not apocalypse. Let's not do that. We don't need to. Creating pathways for us to roam, to cross-pollinate, and also to be at home, to move from home to home. So that's sanctuary. And then another piece came around. There's lots of other threads in our work. We'll illuminate them as we go on, but it's the Freedom School. And I've been struggling, the habit to need to prove something, to sell it, to what I call making the thing a thing, the need to create an entity that appears legit, that the academics can understand, or whatever. That's been a real struggle. So I've passed through some thresholds so I can just come here and talk to you today from my heart. Instead of needing to say, I'm going to create this great curriculum and everybody's going to use it and wake up in the world of blah, blah, blah. Which is beautiful too. And so, one of those great spiritual principles that doing comes from being, then doing comes before being. So that I don't have to structure everything and just follow and execute that plan. We'll talk more about emergence and so on in the future. But suffice to say that even though we will be creating and synthesizing, hopefully in communion and collaboration with others who share the impulse to do this work, excuse me, that our main mission is more about schooling ourselves, coming together in sanctuary and in sacred space to share our skills and wisdom with each other, to level and upskill each other. So that's the school aspect, to really be in a place that's safe to learn and grow, and to intend and commit and follow that pathway to our own liberation, and to help each other along the way in all the different ways that humans support each other. But also that we work together. We move like a school of fish or a flock of starlings. So that's part of the metaphor for the Freedom School, is choosing to work together. And that's as simple as, like, right now we're renting a house and paying rent and utilities. And we go out and gather material abundance and cashola and bring it into the pot. And we also do things together, which is more fun a lot of times, to bring in the bacon. So working together in community, and it's easy to focus on money and survival. I would say it's perhaps one of the weaknesses of the beautiful spiritual movements in the West in the last 4 or 5 decades, is that we really haven't addressed money. And we're all fairly obsessed with it, having it and not having it, protecting it. So there'll be a lot of conversations about that coming up. But for now, I just wanted to say that we move like a school of fish in celebration, in eating food together. We also pulse in and out of the system and come back together. So there's room for you to relate with us in person, via the internet, or letters, and perhaps even just through our consciousness, that we're supporting each other. We recognize each other as part of this motion that life, that the divine is having, is doing, is being, this motion that we are, of change, of unfolding, of healing, of coming to peace. So there's much to say. That's enough for right now. Blessings to all of us. It's important that you're here. Thank you for being here. Bless you.